Hello world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to RoboThoughts Zero to Hero series C++ coding in Arduino Mega. Alright guys, we are on lesson number 25 Arduino C++ variable scope. So in the previous lesson I showed you what a variable means in C programming. In this lesson I am going to show you what a variable scope means. So what exactly is the scope? So it means that in how many ways the variable can be declared, right? The variables can be declared in two ways, especially in Arduino. So one is the local variable and the other one is the global variable. So the local variables are basically declared within the function, alright, within the function, the curly bracket. The variables have scope only within the function itself. These variables can be used only by the statements that lie within that particular function which you declare, right? So let me show you with an example code so that you guys are very clear in terms of what I'm trying to explain. Alright, so let's go in here and let me just remove the previous program. So let's say void setup, and let me close this function, and then let's open a curly bracket and let's say serial begin at the rate of 9600 baud rate. Alright, excuse me guys, and then I will come out of the void setup and I will go into the loop, void loop, like this, okay, and close the function. And now I need to open another curly bracket, and within the curly bracket I am going to say int x equals to say 3 semicolon, alright, and then int b equals to 4 semicolon. Now int sum equals to say 0 semicolon, and then sum equals to x plus b, like this, okay. And then what we can say, serial dot print ln. What you're going to print? You're going to print the sum. Okay, so this is how your local variable is. You can declare your variable within, oops, there is a spelling mistake. I got to be careful here, void loop, right? So guys, I hope you understand what this local variable means. There is also, now what is a global variable? So basically the global variable can be accessed anywhere in the program, right? In the local variable you can just define it at a one single place, and you just have to repeat that in the loop. Whereas the global variable, anywhere in your sketch, in your program, you can access it. The global variable is basically declared outside the setup, right? It will come out of the setup and then the loop function, okay. For example, let me just delete this. Say for example int say LED pin, okay, LED pin equals to 8. I am just calling for it from the pin number 8 of my Arduino Mega, and then say void setup function, and then come out of the function. Let's open a curly bracket. Below that say pin mode, okay, pin mode, and I am going to set LED pin comma uppercase output, alright, and then a semicolon. And after you close the curly bracket, you have to come down again for your void loop. Oops, it's all in uppercase. Void loop, like this. Once you are inside the loop, you need to open a curly bracket again, and then digital write like this. The function, immediately you can see the color changes. That means it's an inbuilt function, digital, right? What you're going to write, you are going to say LED pin comma high, like this. So you are calling for a global variable from pin number 8, right? You are able to access anywhere in the code. So this is how this works. We can notice that the LED pin 8, LED pin, the name LED pin is used both in the loop and the setup, right? I had put it in the setup as well as in the loop. So that is how the value is used in both the functions. So changing the value in one function will reflect in the other. Say for example, say int LED pin equals 8, LED pins equal to 8, and then I will go into void setup function, and then I will open a curly bracket, LED pin equals to, now I'll change the pin to 13, like this, right? And I can say pin mode LED pin comma output, like this. Okay, and make sure that our curly bracket is closed at the bottom, and then we need to come out of the curly bracket, come out by pressing enter, and then say void loop, and close the function. And now I'll open a curly bracket again, say digital write LED pin comma high, like this, and as semicolon and and of course we need to close the bracket, right? So by default, as soon as below void loop or void setup, guys, once you put a curly bracket, once you open a curly bracket, by automatically you can see a closure of the curly bracket as well. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it works. So it's better to keep a close eye on the curly brackets, right? If it is not there, you need to physically type it. If it is there, you just need to look at the indentation, how it looks, right? So here in this code, the value 13 will be passed to the digital write function, right? So this is how the global variable works. So I hope I'm clear with what is a local variable and a global variables, guys. So this is how the entire mechanism of variables works. In the upcoming videos, I am going to show you more details, and we are going to get into hands-on into our Arduino Mega board. Alright guys, I am going to come back soon. Do leave me a message. Bye bye.